forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see, the number 16 team in the country, the Texas Longhorns, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Ducks will kick it away to start us off. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the running back from the shotgun. There he goes. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quick completion to the right. He gets it up to the 44-yard line. He'll be marked out of bounds right there as this offense continues to roll. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Looking for a man. It's Manning. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
My goodness, he unloads on that one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Gives it on the option. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3-and-outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4-and-out if they don't convert. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Quick release on the RPO. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Back to pass, it's Manning. Caught near the sticks. It's Wingo. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wingo. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. He'll take that completion.
Let's it fly. Touchdown, Longhorns. Quick strike through the air for the score. What a grab and what a quick strike from that offense.
And when I'm an offensive coordinator and I see a short field, I'm thinking attack, attack, attack. Go get that touchdown. Take advantage of what the defense gave you. Great job by the offensive coordinator.
Coming out with it, it's Whittington. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Looking for a crease. It's Whittington. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give on the option. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on 3rd and short from the 21. Oh, he's got a chance. Got the first down and more. There he goes to the right. He's inside the 40. He's at the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Oregon. You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Back to throw. It's Manning. Intercepted. The defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing they needed to create takeaways to try to gain as much momentum as they could. Really nice interception on that play. Great job with the eyes by the defender there picking that off.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught behind the line. It's Stewart. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when he's throwing on those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
There to stop him after a pickup of 1 to the 22. Already well within field goal range. Wonder how aggressive they'll be on 3rd and long from the 22. He's looking to pass. Finds his big tight end. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
They'll try to convert from the Wildcat. On the direct snap, it's Hill. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. And off from the shotgun. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
Looking to pass. It's Manning. Using the quick game. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
Early in the game, as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Catch in the middle, it's McCutcheon. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Going to try to get it himself. Just couldn't find a hole in this defense. They were ready for him and forced him out of bounds, and no gain on the play.
You got to keep chasing and keep defending. When you got scrambling QBs that get outside the pocket, you got to keep defending down the field and keep coverage on the wide receivers. And good job with pursuit drill, running them down, making them run out of bounds, and that counts in the record books for a sack. Give me one of those, please.
And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down. Hookem is hooking up with some big plays in the passing game.
Yeah, finding their guys down the field. You think about offenses that Texas usually have, some form of spread, and then find those elite guys on the outside that can win those matchups for you and make those big plays.
Fires to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Wingo.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. The give out of the gun. Turning it up. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas! Extra point here will tie the game.
Man, we know football gets harder when you start to get in the red zone and the field shrinks. Who needs that? Break the long touchdown run. Nice job by the back. Seeing the hole, exploding through, getting a long touchdown run.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Moore will throw. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Here comes the Texas offense. They evened things up the last time they had him. The defense helped them out and a chance to go on top with this drive. Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Longhorns with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off play action. He's got it and still on his feet. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He'll do it himself. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Got to be smart, patient, great vision, uses all of that to get to the 29.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Gets the back moving. Moore to the air. The screen, and watch out. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed.
Oh, my goodness, he's still moving. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
So difficult, because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
And the Ducks pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Moore will throw. He's got the tight end. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. He's going to fire deep. Reels it in and goes out of bounds on the left side after the huge gain.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
The Ducks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to...
Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oregon.
Momentum is such a real thing in college football. Scoring that touchdown here in this 2-minute situation at the end of the half is massive for them. It's going to help their confidence going in at halftime. If they're able to get this extra point and tie this thing up, watch out for them in the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. A strike downfield. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
I don't care how talented you are as a quarterback, but your accuracy always goes down when you get hit. Nice job by the QB scrambling, working to his right, but he wasn't completing that pass with that pressure.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his man. It's Wingo. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. It's a fumble on the play. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. Touchdown, Texas! They punctuate the chance with a trip to the end zone.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense, and to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. And that'll do it here in the second quarter. Halftime has arrived, and we head to the studio. And the Longhorns will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Green. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Oh, what vision. And there he goes. Just barely able to keep him from housing it on that one. What a nice return. This dude is absolute electricity when he gets the ball in his hands. And this, my friend, is what you call advantageous field position. Starting the drive with a first and goal. He'll toss it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack. You avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down.
That's a heads-up decision by the quarterback there. You want to throw a touchdown, but if it's not there, just throw it away, and now we got third.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on third and goal. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was made without incident, and we're tied up here in the third.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Pocket breaking down. Working on the right. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. To the ground with the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
The power of Autzen Stadium on full display. The house of loud is deafening on this third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Skips away from pressure. Zings it complete to the right. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, how about the defense? How about the respect level for this guy? Double team him, and what happens? He still wins. You think the offense is going to continue to feature this guy?
Quick completion on the out. Breaks into the open. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
And that one's incomplete.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown in this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Complete to the right. And right in the middle of tight coverage, and he still makes the grab at the 15.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Caught in the backfield, it's Moore. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Touchdown, Longhorns! And that one will give them the lead.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And the extra point was good. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Hill. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Backed up now, here's second and long. He's got it on the right. Drills him with the stiff arm. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
You know, this defense loves to play a lot of zone coverage, so you're seeing this offense now attacking that. They're letting the receivers find the soft spots in the zones so they can advance the football.
The Ducks, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Tight end now in motion. They'll try the left side. Spins away from the defender. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And the Ducks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Plows through the defense. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Motion from the wide receiver. Moore to the air. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Shows him the stiff arm. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive
does a good job of scrambling around and trying to make a play. But I tell you what, you don't want to take too many shots like that. Those big hits, oof. If you get up now, you're dang sure going to feel it.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big play.
That play won't make the highlight reel, except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage, and he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush.
Makes the grab inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
This is a shootout. Both offenses up and down the field. They're generating explosive plays. It feels like which team has the ball last may win, but give the quarterback a lot of credit that time because, again, he saw a beautiful look to take a shot into, and he throws an absolute dime.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hughes. They make the stop, but the sweet Bruin catches plenty to give him a 1st down. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the...
And to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They'll go to the ground. Stopped at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. To the air, it's Manning. Caught, close to the marker, it's McCutcheon. And he's got enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. It's a fumble. Offense scoops it up and still going. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. And the Longhorns will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, and it's picked off. This could be huge in a tie game. Taking it the other way. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
I don't know, man. If I'm on defense here and I'm watching the way my D-line's getting manhandled, I might have to put more guys in the box. I might have to sacrifice a safety and try to get more hats close to the line of scrimmage to slow this running back down, because the RPO game's been a problem.
Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
Really, really good decision-making by the quarterback. Don't get greedy. Yes, I can make reads, and I can pull it, and I can throw it all the yard. If I can take 10-plus yards and continue to do that and continue to be smart with my decision-making, this offense is going to be very difficult to stop.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Ducks! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
He'll bring it out. It's Moore. Gives it the big stiff arm. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry up. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Get it out to the supersonic guy. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Longhorns look to keep this drive humming. They just keep firing. Fires to the big fella. He stopped at the 45 after picking up 10 yards and the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the left. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Longhorns can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
This quarterback obviously did a lot of film prep coming into this one. He has been picking this defense apart. With that last completion, guys, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking down the middle. For the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you can just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His 2nd big game-changing play in this football game.
RPO complete to open the drive. There he goes. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
He wants to take the top off. Pulls it in on the right. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I keep feeding this guy for sure.
He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball, and because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
The handoff, keep working on that clock. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Rides the back on the option to get it. Goes to the end zone, and the ball's out.
And your offense, you're talking to each other the whole time. Look at the score. Understand the situation. We got a chance to go up by 2 scores. We got a chance to put this ball game away. We have to hold on to the football. 2 hands. Make sure I go to the ground with that thing in my possession. It's a big mistake that could cost him big.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Dropping back, it's Manning. Quickly complete. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points. Precision execution there to work the sidelines, pick up the 1st down, and stop the clock.
Yeah, great job by the offense. You got to understand the situation. The clock is the enemy late in the ballgame. Got to have a score. Like you said, Reese, work the outer part of the field so I can catch the football and get out of bounds.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wingo. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. Turning it on. And he scoots out of bounds, picks up the 1st down, gets the clock stopped, and now they're in business in plus territory. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. 4th quarter, need a score. Great execution.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the 4th. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the back. Quick strike complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. And I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. Up.
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. Smashes through the tackle. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Oregon. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And there's something you don't see often, a 100-yard interception return for a touchdown. As a quarterback, you know those windows are really small to throw into. And if you don't throw it on time, it's going to get at minimum tipped, maybe picked. That's the worst possible scenario for a quarterback. What a play by the defense.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Timeout called by the offense. A mere 10 seconds to go in the game. It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he has had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. Stress, pressure, expectations, and finding out what you're made of. All of those things come into play when you have a top 5 showdown at this point in the season. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. The Ducks will kick it away first. Coming out with it, it's Branch. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
QB got it himself. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
Sometimes these guys just have eyes in the back of their head. You saw it right there. He was able to buy himself time, get outside the pocket, and at that point, I think the decision was pretty easy. Hey, I can go get this with my feet. He was able to do that. Now they got a fresh set of downs.
Dropping back, it's Stockton. Rushes on him. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, to get down and don't take a big hit.
Looking to take a shot. He caught it, and he will score. Touchdown, Georgia.
This is an offense that wants to take shots in the pass game. That time they went play action, and they were throwing the go route. That's one-on-one. Who's faster? The receiver gets in behind the defender. He is able to make the catch and take it in for the score.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. Rams him with the stiff arm. Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. They go to the ground. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Out of the gun to give to the back. Picks up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Ducks get a fresh set of downs with a fast, hard finish on that play.
Fast is the word. As long as I can remember watching Oregon football, it's always guys that can get the football, get downhill, get back in line of scrimmage, run the next play really fast, but it always starts with the ground game.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
They get to him as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him. They're really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction, not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetrated.
Fires into traffic, intercepted.
How do you not get excited and out of your seat when you see the big boys making the little boys play? Listen, I know you DBs can do all that running around stuff and catch the football. I can too. I just do it in a sexier, bigger body. Yes, please.
Caught in the backfield, it's Stewart. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on second down. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Moore will throw. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Pulls it in. It's Moore. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the 4th down conversion.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
Scrambling away. He turns it loose to the left. Pulls it in down the sideline. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. The Ducks are marching down the field. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ducks! Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Ings got off to a good start with a touchdown on the opening drive and then quickly went to pot with a pickup. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Got room on the return. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. This offense has it with really good field position. The give to the tailback. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the snap, it's Whittington. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
At this part of the field in the red zone, offensively, you're bringing all these tight ends in the game. You'd like to be more physical at the point of attack. That's why you're bringing the big bodies in, but they couldn't get it done up front, and as a result, it's a negative play.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Offense changing the play. Trying play action. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely perfect. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Branch. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. They want to run this quarterback, and they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, not a great run there, but I think what the coaching staff is trying to do is they're trying to help out their quarterback. He's thrown interceptions on each of his last 2 drives, and the best way to try to settle him down is to get the running game established. But I think the defense is aware of that right now, loading the box. Everybody up front is ready for the run.
How about this running back dragging a toe and getting it inbounds?
Showing off the wide receiver skills. You know, running backs are so talented nowadays, and you split them out as a wide receiver so much, and he showed it there. He could play wide out easily with a nice catch, nice awareness.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to...
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Back-to-back possessions, 2 forced turnovers, 2 interceptions. Defenses are salivating. That gets you excited. I'm the next guy trying to make a big play. I'm bragging about it if I've already got 1 pick. But if I'm the other guys, I'm like, what?
Unleashes one deep. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the number one job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you. And I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Going deep. And man, oh man, he is in the dark tonight. His 4th interception. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. He wants to change this route. More to the air. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And the completion to the sideline, a solid pickup, but not enough for the first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Give to the back. Runs through the tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this guy has been a dominant force early in this game. We're still in the first half. He already has a sack. He gets a tackle for loss there. He's playing so well with his eyes right now. He's reading his keys, and he's letting his God-given ability put him in the backfield to make these plays.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Kick is in the air. And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Crossing the 30, he's got away. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw, too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
The flag flies in as this one falls incomplete. We'll see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Stockton. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance of a passing game because they simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
And the Dogs are rolling down the field. Wants to throw again. Sends it downfield. And his 5th interception of the game. A miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Bringing it back. Delivers the stiff arm. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense. Bunch formation for these receivers. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wants to throw on first down. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Oregon! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
How about a game-changing play for this defense? Stepping in front of the football and knowing what to do with it, taking it all the way to the end zone.
And they did tack on the extra point. Fielded in the end zone, it's French. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. And it's his fourth interception of the night. Looking for more room. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bulldogs. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Grab behind the line. It's Stewart. Breaks into the open. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They say success rate can be picking up about 4 or so on first down, 1st and 10. Moore will throw. He'll take a deep shot here. He's got it inside the 30. Touchdown Ducks! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and really nice job seeing the middle of the field, seeing I can go deep and attack the middle of the field. And you can tell he runs a post, ball's right on him, catches the football, and then gets to gallop right into the end zone for a touchdown.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on first down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that,
He's got it on the outside. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Finds his tight end. Oh, it's a fumble. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Smashes him with the stiff arm. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
And how about the defense here? Oftentimes in these 2-minute type situations, you're just sort of in this prevent mode. You're trying to force the opponent to kick a field goal and not score a touchdown, but they're still being aggressive. They're out there still trying to make plays, and how about that effort creating the takeaway?
And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously, so he's outside the tackle box. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
This offense has put on a display in the first half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2.
And that looked like an easy decision for the quarterback. Hand it off, give him the ball, let him get 5+ yards. Nice decision. Nice job by the running back getting the yardage.
Power ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Oregon.
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch. He's got great speed. He's got it, Allen. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Dogs.
And that touchdown is so big for this offense, right? Because here at the end of the half, you're just trying to find positives you can build upon in the second half. And right when it was looking like this game was starting to get away from them, they're able to execute, score, and that's going to help their confidence.
And the extra point is good, but they still trail 31-21. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. On the move from inside his own 20. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Leaves it with the back. Powers through the defender. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. More to the air. Under fire. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Moving away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Ducks will bring the punt team onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And that'll bring us to the end of the first half as we head to the studio for halftime. Ready to get things going here in the second half as Georgia about to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
Crosses to 40. Oh, he's got some space. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So then getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Well, that was pretty easy for the quarterback, right? You just need a few yards to pick up that first, so you find the tight end, put it on his body, let him go do the work, and you keep the drive alive.
They'll move the tight end. Off play action on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Johnson. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, give me some positive yards.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
This will be the 7th play of the drive, and they need to convert 3rd and 6. Tight end finds a soft spot. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. After giving up that score, now it's incumbent on this offense to kind of get a back and forth going, Jesse, in this game.
They got to put some points on the board here. There's obviously a lot of football to go, so it's not necessarily panic time just yet, but I'm getting the ball into the hands of my best playmakers on this drive.
I hear you, Jesse, but not panic time. Have you seen my defense? I mean, I'm not trusting them to get a lot of stops, so he puts a lot of pressure on this offense.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
The short hands, it's Bell. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Right down the middle. Makes a grab past the marker. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Well, it looked like he was going to get the first down there. You're the quarterback, you're the coach, you're thinking, all right, fresh set of downs. Offensive coordinator's already looking at his play sheet, getting ready to dial up the next play, but not so fast, David. Defense comes away with a massive takeaway.
Huge takeaway, and think about it. You're trying as hard as you can to get
a shot toward the end zone. It's complete. Touchdown, Oregon. And the punishment has been extended. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point in the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Got a man, it's Branch. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go.
He's going for it all. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. The Bulldogs want to crank the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Finds his man. It's Branch. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Oh, he got loose. Discards him with the stiff arm. What a season. Ranked team against unranked opponent, and we'll see if the upset can shake up the rankings in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. He gets a block. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Simpson. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Hits him with a stiff arm. They were lucky to get... Out of bounds. What a return as he almost took it for the touchdown. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down. He's moving out of the pocket. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And, man, this isn't the start we talked about, like wanting to start fast. How about this? The defense comes on the field, first possession, gives up points. Palmer, now the offense, it makes a donation to the defense. They got to find a way to build some momentum here.
Yeah, David, it feels like the quarterback is pressing a little bit, too. He watched the opponent go down the field and score, and he's thinking, I'm going to get it all back right away and get us the momentum back. Makes a bad decision. Now you got the interception, and you've now doubled down on your opponent's momentum. Their own defense here has got to make a...
Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Working that left side. Tight windows, no problem to grab the tackle, and it's first down in the red zone at the 10. LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Pressure coming.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tigers.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Fielded in the end zone, it's Simpson. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback making adjustments. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Got it in the middle, it's Morgan. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The play action fake. The quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. And he's going to lose yardage. He was looking everywhere for just a little grass and a little air, and none to be found. Ball's at the 47. They're looking at a 3rd down and short. Handoff to the lone back. Got the first down. Looking for more. Across the 25. He's got room. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
And how How about the third down run play? And this is an offense that they can do a lot of different things, so they make you guard the whole field, but you might want to start with that running back. And he makes the big play, gets the third down conversion, gets him a new set of downs.
Buys a little time. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
To throw, it's Underwood. Now sliding to his left. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
That's a phenomenal job getting after the quarterback and getting a hit on him to affect his accuracy, because if they didn't get the pressure, that was going to be a touchdown. He had a guy wide open in the end zone. That was a golden opportunity, but the defense comes up big.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake. Got it. They will score. Touchdown Wolverines. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time in that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Stopped at the 26, brought it out. And picked up an extra yard. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start this drive going to the air. Gonna take a shot. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Catch in the middle. It's Durham. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. Throws to the tight end. Picked off! What a play by this defense. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This feels like one of those games you might have to answer every score. Already down 14-7. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
Going to the running game. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He'll pull it down. Nice job of avoiding the sack and picking up a few on the run.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They'd given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, Tried to force it in there through the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big third down conversion by this offense.
And this one will be stopped for no gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for a man. It's Ncaa. Throws for the tight end. Got a man in the middle. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. Guys, LSU has the lead here. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, first down and more. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
That's caught. It's Durham. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A 70-yard touchdown drive, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Makes a move. Oh, what vision. He's going to get loose. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To the air, it's Ncaa. Makes the catch. It's Watkins. Turning it on. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Bringing the heat. Looking for a huge play. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, this quarterback has really found a nice rhythm early, and he's in firm control and command of everything that's happening. They've had 2 drives, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and here on their 3rd possession, he still wants to take shots. That one obviously falls incomplete.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires on the move. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Another off throw from this quarterback, and they knew coming into the game if they were going to have success, they had to be efficient throwing the football, and they have not been that so far, whether it's been pass pro, bad routes, bad throws.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And this four vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They'll run play action. Throws to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
They stop him behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
Really good job by this defense, understanding responsibility football, playing the first option, playing the second option. There was absolutely nowhere to go. Nice job being dialed in exactly where the ball was going and how to get him to the ground.
And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
Makes the grab. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down.
That's a nice completion. I know you don't get the first down. You're obviously set up in field goal range here down in the red zone, but because you've got fourth and short now, you may decide to go for this if you're on offense.
And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan. The extra point here would tie the game. Boy, these offenses are just making it look easy.
Defense optional in college football nowadays. So many weapons, so much speed on the field, so hard to defend. Defense, I don't know how you play it. I really don't. Just try to get a stop. Beg for one, please.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. They'll line up for a second down play. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set him up with a big play.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep getting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
He breaks a tackle. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? The Wolverines are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Unloads it left. Wide open downfield. Touchdown Wolverines. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, Keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's got an alley. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, LSU. Well, maybe they thought if they kicked it into the end zone that he wouldn't dare bring it back. Instead, he just dared them to tackle him, and nobody could. What an explosive return.
Yeah, and those guys got so much speed, they ain't scared. And you could tell, takes it out, good blocking, give him a little crease, and you could see the speed. You don't put slow guys back deep. You don't see Jesse Palmer returning kicks. No, 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 no. You see the fast guys, and you see an open space, and boom, he's gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Marshall. Smacks him with the stiff arm. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time to work. Not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Power football with the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. And the Wolverines want to move quickly. Off play action. He fires to the left side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. To the air, it's Underwood. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They bring him down, but it'll be first down at the 42.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
The defense needs to have a plan for this guy. They weren't ready for that one. Drag route running all the way across the field. The DB just can't stay with them because of his speed, and as a result, they give up a big one.
From the gun, the give, looking for room. Just feeding his pads to the defense as he gets him to the 36. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. The Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The inside handoff. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And on that play on the RPO, they had the look they wanted, but up front, they just could not get the job done. You see linemen losing their one-on-one battles. There was nowhere for that running back to go.
They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Buys a little extra time. On the move to the right, looking for a big one.
Love the coverage on the back end by the defense on that play. In these scramble-type situations, the quarterback's rolling out to his right. Everything breaks down, and it really gets hard on these defenders to have to stay with their man, but a good job there by the defense.
It is good. And with that, they've taken the lead. So that's going to do it here in the first half. Stay tuned for the halftime break. He'll put total leather and get this 2nd half started. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here comes the Michigan offense. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing.
Breaks into the open. And they don't drag him he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big game for the offense.
Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at 34. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Showing the arm strength to the left.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened. He didn't look open as it is, and the QB's trying to make a play, trying to force the ball, but at least he threw it where his guy could catch it or nobody could catch it.
Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got a little space. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there. Third and long coming up.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
That's reeled in. It's Marshall. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They're in makeable field goal range. They could tie the game, but instead they'll go for it on fourth down. Motion from the wideout. Trying to keep the drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down?
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Makes the grab. It's Thomas. He works his way up to the 33 and is pushed out of bounds. And the Tigers in a good spot here with second and short. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to fall back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And as quarterbacks, you've got to be aware of secondary pressure. You've got to know when these three safeties, they start creeping towards the line of scrimmage, that they might get involved. You've got to have an answer for it, and QB didn't have one that time.
And they can't make the connection on fourth down, and they'll turn it over.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling in the game.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
To the air on second down. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Michigan. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He gets it out to the 32 and sets him up with a little better field position. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops on and get you the football back.
Yeah, I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah, they just went down and scored, but you score here, and this game's still tight. You keep their feet to the fire, so an opportunity here to keep applying that pressure.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go-backs. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Underwood. Keeps looking downfield. He'll throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. Knocked down at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and gets a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Ready to fire from the pistol. Rides the back and leads it. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for them.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. The give to the back. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Gonna take a shot. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got it in the middle, it's Durham. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Yeah, and down by 2 scores, and I guess you get to the point where you got to say, I'm going to go for it. We got to be aggressive. We got to make this happen. They tried to make it happen. The defense comes up big. Now, it is not looking good.
They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. Smashes ahead. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And the running game is so important when you get inside that 10-yard line and that field starts to shrink. And it's so nice to have a back with some physicality. Great job running the football, using that stiff arm, finishing the run, and getting in the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the third quarter. And talk about spreading the ball around, everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. Looking downfield, it's Nussmeier. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now,
another interception. That's his fourth of the day. Finally brought down, but what a... This would be a good time to ingest some extra caffeine. Late night adventures on the gridiron, and we all know anything can happen when you kick off after dark. Welcome everyone to the home of the Oregon Ducks, the House of Loud, Autzen Stadium in Eugene. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Oregon Ducks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's not going to take the touchback. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Laterals it back. Here comes the heat. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. And you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Moore will throw. It's complete to the right. Looking for room at the 25. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 and the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The Ducks come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Grab near the sticks. It's Benson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Looking downfield on first down. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Behind the chains now on second and long. Back to pass. Working that wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple yards.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Quickly out to the tight end. He won't get there. It'll bring up fourth down. Oh, a big decision here early as they leave the offense on the field in their own territory. They want to keep this opening drive alive. Might be calling a hot route. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on downs.
Hey, at this point of the game, fourth and short, no problem going for it. Fourth and medium, I think it's too early to start taking some of these chances. I think you need to just let the game play out a little bit and trust your defense.
And LSU starting to get that passing attack cranked up.
And this is a unit that typically LSU is as good as they are at quarterback. We know they're going to be physical. We know they got athletes all over the field. But when they get really good quarterback play, those...
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, LSU! Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You got to be precise. You got to know exactly what yard you're running to. The quarterback receiver on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Here's the handoff. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there. Just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Complete to the right. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Ducks are moving quickly down the field. Using his legs at screen. Past the sticks, and he may get more. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. The Ducks trying to win the day by running for another first down.
Run the football. It's always been the staple. We can go back as far as you want with Oregon teams. The ones that were good, they were built on the running of the football, the physicalness. Run the ball, baby.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, and that's a really good job by the defense because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. And he's loose and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Ducks! Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
Scanning the field, it's Nussmeier. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They've got him penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. How can a stadium this size make so much noise? You can't hear yourself think on 3rd down here in Autzen. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to... That's a fumble. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
I gotta tell you, man, I'm impressed. Not with the throw, not with the decision, but how the offense flew around after the interception, getting to the ball, David, and creating that fumble.
And I think the QB breathing a big sigh of relief. You thought you made a game-changing pick, but how about flying to the football, like you said, making the tackle, getting the football out, recovering it, and, getting a first down. That's how you do it.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Sharp. There he goes. And he uses a stiff arm to push his way past the sticks and pick up the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Durham. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Looking for a man. It's Nussmeier. Throws to the wideout. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Touchdown, Tigers! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end him because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for room. It's Hill. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. Now on second down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Offense trying to go pitch and trying to get to the outside, but how about the speed on defense, scraping down the line of scrimmage, rallying to the football and creating a negative play.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Makes the grab along the sidelines, but it'll be a little short of the first down.
And a really good job focusing on the catch. A lot of people get lost on their feet and trying to stay in bounds, but did a good job catching the football first and then getting that 1 foot they needed in bounds.
Sends it back in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Hauls it in the first down and more. It's a running room. That's 20. Touchdown, Oregon. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver. Good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have them picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Finds his big tight end. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Moore to the air. Spits it out to the back. And he runs into the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! Offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. He's got great speed. Got a little room. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Tigers. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. And the returner will be brought down. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. The Ducks keeping this defense off balance. They can hit them from a variety of angles, this time going up top.
Yeah, so many things.
Turning it on. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. And the Ducks just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
Unloads quickly. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Moore will throw. With the catch, it's Green. At the 20, he's got space. Almost took it all the way there, but it's a huge gain, and they're set up with a first and goal. The Ducks didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! This dude is revving his engine like that duck coming out on a motorcycle. He is putting up points and finding the promised land.
And it's nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, they just keep finding at Oregon as trigger men not only throw the football, but guys who can pick them up and put them down and make big plays.
Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Leaves it with the running back. Makes a pass to Marker. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes.
Breaks into the open. He was not going to be denied, discarding tacklers, running behind his pads, and finally down at the 40. The Tigers with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Motion from the back. Back to throw, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the wideout. And here's the third interception of the night. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Might be changing the route. He'll start this drive going to the air. Trying to take it back. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Makes the catch. It's Benson. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Ducks! He got a step and just dusted the field. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They finally get him stopped after he maneuvered his way to the 42. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. That's caught. It's Brown. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. Now they've got it at the 44 on 1st and 10. Lost a throw on first down. Under fire. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Got a man. It's Anderson. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tigers.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll bring it out. It's Hill. He stopped at the 23, a couple of yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Moore to the air. Here's a heat. Got out of trouble and throws. Finds his big tight end. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield. Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs. You just want positive yards, make the right read. Read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on.
He'll off one deep down the left side. Catch and stride inside the 15.
Thing is identifying coverages, right? Like quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late and they have enough time to put together a drive. To the air on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's his 4th interception of the game. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Taking it the other way. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
They're facing a 3rd down. Moore will throw. Trying to set up the screen. He gets inside the 40 to the 39, but he is still well short of that first down marker. It'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime halftime feeling really good about things. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, they're after him. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. That'll be a safety. The ball was loose in the end zone. It goes out of the back, and they're probably lucky it wasn't recovered for a touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes you get confused and you get lost when you're out of the field, but not that far. And I don't know how to explain this. I would love to give you words and break this down and be like, this is what he was thinking. I don't know what he was thinking.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And the timing just a hair off.
Listen, sometimes you know as a quarterback, I got to scramble, I get outside the pocket, nothing's there, live to fight another down. Good job not forcing the football. Incompletion, move on.
Here's the pressure. He's got it.